What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Third Gen Junkies. Chris, you know. This morning I'm doing a little bit of a different video. Been doing a lot of different videos here lately. Headed to Junkyard, my local Junkyard. You pull it. I need to get a AC compressor for Old Blue. It's making a whole lot of noise, grinding. I don't want it to seize up and snap my serpentine belt and leave me stranded. So, gonna come out here and look around, you know, do the normal junkyard things, survey the, you know, junkyard, see what all is there, what's available, what I'm gonna buy, what I'm gonna take home, and see if we can get some stuff to make some money out here and make sure we get everything we need for Old Blue so I can get this thing back right. And so we'll get into it here in a second. See you in a minute. Alright guys, I'm out here. You pull it. Gonna get ready to walk to the back, leave my tools where I normally leave them, and do a survey of what all is here. They're supposed to open at 8, I guess. Website says 7:30. I got here at like 10 to 8 and there's already like 5 people in the yard. I don't understand the whole point of wearing a mask when you're in a yard and you're 100 feet from the next person, but yeah, I don't know. Stupidity, I guess. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but yeah, it's gonna be a little noisy until I get this toolbox dropped off where I need to. You're gonna hear it banging around and rolling, so don't mind that. And we're gonna get moving so we can start surveying this, because people are starting to come in already. It's ridiculous. It's not even 8 o'clock yet, so get to looking. Let's see what this thing. Ford, I believe. Gonna go through the car section first. See what all we can see. See if we find any third gen or anything really worth looking at. And keep in mind, guys, with some of these Buicks, the LaCrosses, the turbo Buicks like this, like the Lucernes, they have a turbo version. They come with Brembo brakes on the front, and if you're trying to do an upgrade on your third gen Camaro, they're the exact same mounting pattern, bolt up pattern to bolt up to the caliper bracket as a 5th gen Camaro, which is a normal upgrade that a lot of people do on the third gens. So keep your eye out for like the turbo, I think it's the Turbo Regal, the new Turbo Regal that has them. And you usually can get them relatively cheap at the junkyard most of the time. These guys don't even know what they are. They just think they're regular brake calipers. So you end up getting them extremely cheap and save yourself a ton of money in the long run. Cheap upgrade. What was I just looking for? I think it's this, which I think this one has been here for a while. It's that Cadillac. It's got a battery sitting in it. Inside this one. So that's the one thing about this junkyard is they don't, sometimes their inventory rotates so fast that you can't keep up with a lot of what's going on here. And then there's other times where you can come back, like I haven't been here in like 2 months, I can come back and these same cars are still sitting here. Like the Grand Am that's buried over there. A lot of these you guys already seen in some of my other videos. Man, you got a Buick LT1. One thing about it is, it's haunted. It's a hearse. Which means that more than likely, for second, third, and drive, which means more than likely this is a 700 R4. If the transmission is there. Wow, the oil pan is racked. Looks like they jumped something. Smashed the oil pan. Smashed the flywheel cover is all smashed to hell. Yeah, it looks to be a 700 R4 too. I would have loved to have that cover. It's aluminum, not plastic like the third gens have, but that thing is beat. So, yeah, that's a no. But normally I would just go and automatically go straight to finding what I need first. But since I'm on this side, I'm gonna do a quick survey of this side, then go to the back wall like I normally do, work my way to the front, surveying through every aisle, what's here, what's worth taking, or what, I should say, excuse me, should say what vehicles are here, what vehicles I'm interested in looking at, and the parts I might be taking off of it. Like this guy. It's got the EV1 injector style plugs, which are great for LS retrofit harnesses. This is number 2. Oh, this is one I looked at before. This is the yellow garage door opener. I've been in this one already, but the EV1, EV2 retrofit LS swap harnesses that people make, Cadillacs have a lot of the parts to do it. If you're a do-it-yourself type of person, want to get it together so you can do your LS swap. If you don't want to spend a ton of money on buying an LS swapped harness, there's ways to do it yourself. If you have any questions about what vehicles have the EV1 style injector plug harnesses to create your own LS swapped harness, hit me up in the comments down below. I'll get back with you when I can and let you know what it is. Right here we got a 4th gen 99, black on black, 3.8 garbage. Fans are gone, which they're probably the dual fans. That's probably why they were taken. Looks like somebody wanted the caliper, decided against it for some reason. Somebody else took seats out. They took the T-top out so they could get the seat out. The steering wheel is, wow, really, oh no, it's got wear right there. I would say it was really nice. Obviously dash pad, you could tell somebody got that. That was probably really nice too. Gauge cluster looks nice for the most part. T-top's been off for a while. You see the cup holders full of water. That's the thing about people out here. I mean, they come, they take what they want, or even I do it, you know, I tend to, sometimes you end up tearing stuff up to get what you want. But I mean, there is some courtesy, you know, involved when you do want to do some stuff. You know, you ain't got to tear it all the way up to get what you want. See, somebody took one of the taillight housings and then just left it. Spare tire. If I could find 5 of these with a 4x3 1/4, it would be great. This one's bent. You can see here but it'll probably work. I mean, I just use them as for the roller cars that I push around in the backyard, or you know, before I cut them up. It looks to me like somebody was up in here looking at the rear differential gearing, because right here's a C-clip. Somebody had a jack out here. 4060 is still in it. That's weird. What the hell is that? Speeding ticket from Kendall County Sheriff's Department. But yeah, it looks like they're taking the rear diff apart. There's the other C-clip. So I could probably take the center chunk out, and then realize I had to pull the axles, and we're probably fighting with it and just left it for the next day or something. Because here's a bolt, another bolt. So it's probably not worth messing with, being that it was a 3.8 V6. But you know, every once in a while you'll find a unicorn that's got a posi rear end in it from factory, where it was supposed to be like a Z28 car or something, and then they end up slapping a V6 down in it because they ran out of the V8. I had that issue with a Mustang I had years ago. Not a Mustang fan anymore, but I had a U-joint go out of my drive shaft. Went to the parts store, got a drive shaft or a U-joint, and went to put it on. It's flopping around, making all types of noise. Took it off, did this 3 times. Same U-joint, same part number. Finally, I was like, give me a 5.0 302 part U-joint. Slapped it in, stopped it. Come to find out, the problem was my car originally was coming down the line being built. It was supposed to be a 302 V8, and when they got to the engine section to drop the engine in, they ran out of them, so they put the 4-cylinder down in. So it had the built trans, had all the wiring harnesses and the plugs, the pigtails, everything for V8 hidden in the car, which I didn't know, and it had a 4-cylinder down in it. And that I always wondered why. I was younger when I had this car. I could redline it and dump the clutch in first gear, and I could burn the tires for 3 gears with this 4-cylinder. And I never understood why. I couldn't figure it out. And I figured it out that day when I had to put that 302 drive shaft in there, or U-joint in there. So, oh, that's a weird spare. It almost looks like a skinny. You're in a race at the track. It's crazy. I've never seen, maybe that's to clear the brakes, but it is a, see, it says made in China for temporary use. So yeah, it's a spare, but God, it looks like and it's aluminum. It looks like a front runner for, you know, like a 9-second car application. That's crazy. I ain't never seen nothing like that. It's nuts. Never seen this car here before. It's a 2009. Somebody already got the intake and stuff out of this Cadillac. But yeah, I know I bounce around in these videos talking about stuff, but yeah, sometimes you never know. Like the rear end on that Camaro, it might have been a posi. I don't know. I didn't feel like messing with it to figure out if it was or it wasn't. But so far, it seems like there's nothing worth taking or that I would need out of the car section. There was only one 5th gen, or 4th gen. So I'm gonna head back down here to the tools. All right, guys, back in the very back row, doing a quick survey of what we got going on here. What do we got here? Is this what I think it is? Ooh, 88 Astrovan. There's a part we need. Astro shaft. What do we have here? Another Astro shaft. What year is this? Say 95. Gladiator Astro shaft. Okay, this is the weird one. It's got that weird shock balancer thing, but it has the all coveted Astro bearing that I gotta get. So that's 2 in the back row already. Looks like we're doing good so far. That's 2 things I need right there. Oh, Yukon. There's a Tundra 1500. What year is this guy? 03. I think mine's an 01. Gates cluster's out of it. Radio looks like crap. It's got the Bose speakers in the door, which somebody punched out on the driver's side already. It does have the overhead console with the TV. My thing I was looking at is somebody already got the speaker box is gone. The rims don't look to be in that bad a shape. Somebody's fighting with this, took out the controls. Let's see what all we got here. 5.3 as always. 862 as always. Looks like somebody took the radiator, the upper fan shroud. And boy, that AC compressor does not look happy. Tensioner looks like it's pretty good. Oh, they didn't take the radiator, they just took the upper fan shroud. That don't look too bad. I'm pretty sure I can find one that's more accessible than this though, and in better shape. Alright, we're on the end cap aisle. A lot of times I hide good stuff down these aisles right here, so you gotta pay close attention. What do we have here? 99. What is this? Oh. Oh, this is what I think it is. I don't know if this is a 1500 or if this is a 4.3 liter. I don't know. There's nothing on it. Let's check this out. That's kind of cool. DuPont Tychem QC Miracles of Science. And the arms are like the head of it. I think it's for painting. I wonder if there's any paperwork in here. Oh well, there's technically in the doghouse or somewhere in here. Let's get up in here. This is the all plastic line. I got a Chevy Extreme badge. He's probably mad he left that in here. A Chevy GM mounting harness for a radio. Somebody took the radio. That almost looks like the one like I need for my truck, where it slides in and locks. Click. The only problem is mine's that doubled in. So, oh, that's kind of weird. I've never seen it like that. It's cool. It's got fucking toolboxes in it. But I think this is actually an Astro van. I mean, this looks like it's in the same spot as the normal one. It probably is. So that'd be 3. Let's keep it moving. I don't want to be here all day. Got other stuff to do. And I gotta get this compressor on Old Blue. Alright, nothing there. See, Jeep, minivan. Getting kind of smart with how they're doing it. They back them up and then open the back doors up so you can walk underneath them. That's kind of cool. Denali truck. Driver's side window. Oh, good lord, this is absolutely. A mouse could live in there. Horrible. Sunroof's gone. It's an 02. God, this thing's bad. I thought my truck was bad. This thing is absolutely horrible. Looks like they didn't give a damn about this truck at all. Looks like, for the most part, there's a gauge bezel, radiator. It almost looks like that speaker is in there, or the box is in there at least. But I don't. Unless people want them speaker boxes out of these things, I'm not taking my time to go ahead and pull them out. And some people want stuff like that. I don't. 4060 right there came out of this. There's my AC compressor just laying there. Check this out. This is an LS AC compressor. Cut the tube there. All I gotta do is pull that bolt out. Actually, I ain't even gonna do all that. Look at this. Don't sound too bad. Grab this. I mean, it's loose. Okay, so we got 3 Astro shafts so far, and 1 AC compressor. Ew, thread a buddy. Old technology, but awesome. Wiring harnesses. Set this on the back of this for now, so I'm gonna carry it all over the damn place. And as you can see, we have more people coming in. It's like 8:10 in the morning. It's ridiculous. Maybe 8:20. So I gotta hurry up, make sure I figure out everything I need, what I want, start tearing this stuff apart. So we got 3 Astro shafts so far. We got 1 loose AC compressor, possible mounting kit for my double din. This is an LS 1500 truck 5.3, a 62 heads, and ooh. So that's another thing I need to look at. I wonder if they're all the same and they all mount up the same. Because if they do, this one here is like extremely tight for being an 01. So I might come back and grab this one. So what we got here? What the heck is this thing? Run down the surface shaft. What is this? It's a Nissan truck. That's crazy. Alright. Oh, kind of got sidetracked. Because actually, yeah, okay. I believe I've seen another 04 Astro van right over there on the end cap of the aisle. It's right there, up in the air. But I'm gonna make my way that way. I'm gonna go aisle by aisle so I don't miss anything. Oh, we got another one. That's 4. If this is it, Yeah, okay, there's 4. Gotta love these vast Astro vans. That's 4. Other one up in the air over there will be 5. See, look at this. Reusable mask. Fucking waste. What a Cavalier. Alright, what's this? Ford? It's a Ford. No good. Nothing I would need. We'll deal with Ford. Okay. Okay, so there's 4. It's not including this gray one here, which would be 5. Expedition. S10 Blazer. $2,500 Chevy Van 04. As usual. 4L80 is gone. Would you expect any less? 99 1500. Let's see. See, some of these look different. Like this fan clutch looks totally different than the other one. 862 heads, standard 5.3 garbage, just like I got on my Tahoe. Ain't worth a shit. Ooh. It's gotta be a 4-wheel drive 80. Need to find a 2-wheel drive 80. That would be real nice. But that's not gonna happen. They'll be long gone. What is this? This is a Chevy truck. Another 2500 HD. Trans long gone anyways. This is a Ford. That's a Ford. Okay, so actually that was a 2500 van back there. So we're still at 4 on the Astro shafts. Yeah, Ford. It's starting to get bright out. Kind of glad I put sunblock on. It's windy. Sorry about the wind, guys. Nothing I can do about that. Definitely nothing I need. Oh, this was bad. This is Chevy 05 Z71. Nice radio, all the buttons missing. Somebody took off a seat cover, tore some stuff up bad. That thing was bad. I don't think there's anything. No, there's no motor, no trans. There's nothing left in it. No, nothing I need there. No. Man, what happened to all the Chevy trucks? God. Woohoo! She got a little hot. Wow. Ah, man, we only got a few more rows to go. It's not looking good. But the Chevy still should be coming up. Oh, what do we have here? Is that an Astro van? Oh, an Astro van. Ah, that's one I must have already got. Gone. That would have been 5. Still at 4. What do we have here? 2000. This might be a 2500. Mm-hmm. 1000. Four-wheel drive, as usual. It's so hard to find a rear-wheel drive 4L80 anymore. It's ridiculous. AC compressor, overly accessible, long gone. 862 heads, 5.3 garbage. I wouldn't say garbage. 5.3 is just good motors. 862 heads, garbage. Good for what they are. That's about it. Alright, this is a 2002 Avalanche, 53706 heads. Let's look at this guy here. Oh, listen. Ooh. Hear that? That sounds pretty damn good. Yeah, that sounds good. Sounds like it rolls pretty well too. So I remember the guy saying that there's these bolts that you have to take off for these. You got one here, and then there's one here. It's almost impossible to get out. You can only back it out all the way to the frame here. And you have to leave it in because you can't take it out because of the frame. So you have to put the bolt back in and then drop the new compressor down in. And then there is the one bolt here to take it off. And then obviously your plug connector, which somebody already unhooked. So this one actually might be a really good candidate as well, because it literally, I mean, it, when it rolls, it sounds good. I mean, now I have to really cut the belt and spin it to see what it sounds like when it rolls. That'll be the determining factor. So we have two candidates on good AC compressors. This one and the O2 back there. So far for Astro Shaft, so looking pretty decent. Let's check the rest of this stuff out. Let's see what we got. Here's another 5.3. Looks to be 862 SC. Here we go again. Look, an N90. Excuse me, N95 mass. That's probably a 1500. Yeah, 4L60. Ain't worth messing with. The only reason why I even look at these trucks, and the one thing that I could be looking for that I didn't even think about until right now is, I know on the one video I did a fuse box blower motor resistor. I know I'm cheap, so they're usually gone on all these trucks, so they go out real easy. But new resistor is like $13. I just didn't feel like buying one, so I was looking around to steal one. Not steal, I mean buy one and swap it in, which I did, and I have my low, my 1, my 2, my 3, my 4, but no 5. So, and I went from having 4 and 5, no 3, 2, and 1. So, it's kind of crazy. Put 4.3 V6. Alright, we're at the end. Surprisingly, they got some. This is all your foreign section, all of your Fords there. This is all foreign, so for them to have a Jeep sitting here, it's only because they don't have enough room on the main aisle. Because if they put another car there, they can't get that back loader in down that way to get cars in and out, or to put cars up on the lift or whatever. Oh wow. It is a 4.3 liter S10. Got a JVC CD player in it that somebody decided to break the face on. Gauge cluster's gone, dash pad's cracked, bench seat ripped. Damn. Well, the door looked like it was good. Looks like somebody screwed it up trying to take it off. There's the radio bezel. Oh, there's a gauge cluster. Oh, it's got a thing for fog lamps. Wow. Huh. Alright guys, I gotta make a call real quick. We'll be back in a second. My buddy didn't answer. I know he needs some S10 parts. Not sure what all he needs, so wait and see if he calls me back. take my phone off vibrate so I can actually hear it if it goes off. But oh, that's my buddy. I don't know. That's all he does for a living. See, this thing has no rims and tires on it. Motor's still in it. Looks like the trans is still in it. Let's see something. Curious to see what motor's in here. Maximum fuel capacity. It says vortex. It's like a new water pump. I can't tell. Hood latch. It's no less. It's a 5.3 with a 862 head. This might have a 4L80 in it. My problem is I'd have to have them lifted up off the ground, put it on stands to get the trans out of it. See, that's another thing. You just have this dude come over here, open all these doors and go through this thing and then just leave it wide open. Instead of actually closing the door so people can walk around it as usual. People blow me. Yeah, that's an LS because it's got the heat sinks on the actual coils. And it looks like it has a brand new water pump on it. Water pump's brand new. It's crazy. And you have the doghouse here. You have to unbolt and pull out. Let's get to the bell housing bolts. But as of right now, I'm not messing with it because I don't know what it is anyways. And one of my projects I don't need any a 4L80. I don't really want to cut up my Camaro to get a 4L80 to fit. So I'm gonna do what I planned on doing, which will fit, is a Turbo 400. So let's go get some tools and start pulling these shafts. Alright guys, so I took the tire off like I normally do. I put it down here so I have something to stand on. And you get your long extension, your 10mm ratchet. This is how we go about doing this. This shit's in the way. I was already out of the way. Astro shaft removal. Get up out of here once I get the AC compressor. So. Alright. So, I think that separated it pretty good already. Let's see if I can get this bad boy out of here. I mean, it's loose, but not as loose as it needs to be to get off. There we go. Just like that. You have an Astro shaft. Okay, and we're back just like that, Jack. Alright, so following the next one, I'm gonna steal this tire right here. Ooh, tire down, 10mm. Boom, boom, boom. Windshield wiper blade out the way. Fuse box cover out the way. Oh, look at that. Came off like hot knife through butter. That's awesome. Cool. Alright, today is going to be a good day. Alright, now I'm going to throw this on the tools. I'm going to drag the tools this way, so I'm not constantly running back toward the tools. I just leave them on the main aisle. Everybody that knows me knows I'm a trustworthy person, but I don't keep my stuff too far from me. Pack up the kit, move on to the next one. That's 2. We got 1 more to find and pull off. Tear it down. Cut. Yes, I need a new blade. The other side of my blade is already broken. Let's see if the column's open. Oh, hell yeah. Awesome. Pound the screwdriver down in the gap. Open it up. And right when I pulled the screwdriver up, it came up with it. Watch. Whoop. That easy. Done. Alright guys, so I came out here to look at Old Blue, and yeah, it does. It has the compressor looks a little bit different than the one that I found. It looks like kind of weird because it has this weird branch off T-piece here for the one hookup, and then it has the other hookup here at the bottom, so I have to get a specific one for a, yeah, mine's an 01 Tahoe that has rear AC, so I gotta find a Tahoe that has one on it that has rear AC to be able to swap this out properly and make it right. So yeah, it has to have the 2 outlets on it. And I was trying to see what the front of the pulley looks like, because the one that I grabbed is a single hookup. I think it's off the truck, so it don't have rear AC, but I want to see the front of the, or if I can even stick my hand up in here. Oh yeah, this thing is roached. That's the problem right there. Look. Hear that? Hear that noise? That's the front pulley just rattling around on there. Yeah, it looks like, oh god, this thing is horrible. Absolutely just shot. Yeah, I'm gonna try to find one the exact same as mine and go from there. So let me get out from under here, get my butt up, and go in here. See if I can find one real quick. Hopefully I have some luck there. Find a decent AC compressor, because, and actually I don't think I'm even gonna mess with this. A little frustrated right now. So what I'm gonna do is, I think this is my style here, but this is for putting a single dent in anyway, so honestly I don't care. Pull all this shit out and organize it, put it back where it goes. already organizing it anyway, whatever. Let's see, you there. 17, 16, 10. Plate. Move this stuff around here. This, all this shit goes in here. Let me think, when I put that back on, I lean it that way, so I let this stuff down in here like this. That bad boy back on there, like that. That bad boy back on there, like so. Like that. Go up and get Alan's trim piece. Come on. Stop on that. That's got babies or a bumper. Black. Black cloth interior, but somebody already got the back seat. So that'd be hard for us to find another back seat. I don't care, I'm done here. Nope. Guys didn't have one. No, there was one Suburban out there far back and it was already loose. Like, I was like, it's done. Like, I can't even mess with that one. Damn, this is gonna fall out. Tools fell out. Alright guys, back in Old Blue. I got the part for my buddy. It's the part that goes up under the steering column for a first gen S10. If I hadn't grabbed it, he probably would have been upset with me. I do a lot of deals with him. He helps me out a lot. He didn't have the part I need for Old Blue. Usually he does have them. He said he didn't have any good ones. So that's why I came out to this junkyard. Well, unfortunately I did get the 3 steering shafts. Well, I should say fortunately, I did get the 3 steering shafts and an old school Astro shaft bearing, which is awesome. Unfortunately, I did not get the AC compressor for Old Blue. So, we're gonna make a trip to another junkyard. This junkyard, like I said, to me, I really don't like going there. They charge too much when it comes to buying parts from them. They charge you extra to take it off. A lot of times it isn't what you want it to be, and then they get an attitude because they had their people go out and get it and whatever. So on Saturdays up until, I think it's like only 4 hours, like 8 to noon, it's like $2. You could walk into the yard, you bring your own tools. If you need your own jack, you drag your own floor jack in. They stamp your hand. I believe they stamp your hand. It's been a really long time since I've been here. They stamp your hand so that you can go back out to your vehicle. I'm not sure. I think they actually changed their policy. Sorry about the exhaust noise. Something else I haven't fixed yet on Blue. I think they changed their policy where you can't go back out to your vehicle. You have to bring everything in at one time. I'm not totally sure on that. I'll find out here in a second because it's only like 3 minutes from the other junkyard. So I'm gonna head over here, pay the $2, go in, take my pack out. I don't think I'm gonna take my floor jack because I only got a baby floor jack. I didn't bring my big one. It's probably not gonna be big enough to lift a Suburban or a Tahoe with rear AC to be able to actually get the air compressor out if I have to jack it up, which more than likely I will have to. Another reason why I don't like coming here is because of that reason. Everything is on the ground. They don't have any rims welded together. They won't lift them up. They don't have anybody with a loader to stack them so you can get what you need. So they're not very people friendly when it comes to you getting your parts. So actually it looks like there's a lot of traffic headed this way. It's like on a dead-end street, and there seems to be a lot. Holy crap. Yeah, the parking lot is fudge. There's like nowhere to park anywhere. This place is beyond packed. Yeah, there's cars everywhere, which is not surprising because that's how it goes here. This place is always packed. There is never anywhere to park. Everybody's always running around trying to find somewhere to park or whatever. I do see a parking spot that I'm going to steal right here. Oh, I think this guy was the auto record guy was going to park right there, but I think I took his spot. Too bad, bud. It is what it is. I need parts. So yeah, right now it looks like I only got like 9% battery left, so I'm gonna do a battery swap on this. We're gonna go inside here, see if I can come up with the parts I need. I'll be back in a minute. All right guys, I'm back home. I'm a little frustrated. Got the receipts here and everything. I kind of broke down my pack out when I went to leave. I think I actually left part of my pack out on the ground at City Auto, one of the trays, and I'm also missing part. I've been looking for, it was one of the bearings for the Astro shaft. It was that last one that I took out of there, and I cannot for the life of me, looking around, I remember one was in the rag that was over here that fell in here, and I remember I put everything inside this middle box, which was where the AC compressors and all that stuff was. And for some reason I literally just pulled my whole pack out of my truck. I broke it open and I had it in sections, but I had busted it down because it's too heavy to pick up and put in there by myself. So I broke it down into sections and put it in the back of the truck. And then I came home. Well, needless to say, this is what I ended up with. Okay, so at You Pull It, I spent $38. $38, and I got 3 Astro shafts, $12 a piece, and 1 bearing, a brand new radiator cap in a box, 3/4 of a quart of power steering fluid, free basically. So I only paid for the steering shafts. And City Auto, I got a bearing like this, which is probably in that tray sitting out on the ground back at City Auto. I'm gonna have to go back and get it. I paid $64.20. So when I called him when I was in the yard, he said that they were $50 a piece. Then when I told him I was in the yard and I was pulling them off, he said he would do a deal at $30 a piece. So I paid for these only. I told him I had this belt. He said, don't worry about it. I also had this R134 can of Freon, which I'm going to use once I change the AC compressor on blue. And I'm going to buy 2 more cans and a can of oil. It's brand new. Can of Armor All tire foam. An oil filter, S3675, and I do think it is for my vehicle. I might have to look it up. And I found a screwdriver, a handful of Taiwan sockets, and a Matco screwdriver while I was there in a truck that was just left behind, and you could tell it was left behind because it was down under the hood and it was starting to rust a little bit right there. But so all in all, I spent right around $100, but that screwdriver alone is probably $50. So I spent like $50 on 2 air compressors, 3 Astro shafts, and I got the bearing free, the other bearing, which I got to go back and get, radiator cap, power steering fluid, R134A tire foam, and an oil filter for free. So that just goes to show you that, I mean, as much as I talk crap about City Auto and whatever about the pricing and how they are and whatever, it wasn't that bad going in there. You did have to wear a mask when you went into the office to pay. That was about it. So I am actually going to reload all this stuff back up real quick, and I'm gonna go back and check out everything there, see if I left that tray there. But yeah, like and subscribe, hit that share button, hit that notification bell so you get notified when I put up my next video. Got more content coming out soon. Later.